What is going on, guys? Judo Sloth here, and welcome to today's Clash of Clans video, where we are going to be attacking the brand new Dragon's Lair map with the giant skeletons. Now, you guys saw that we did this with the limited edition skeleton barrel as well. These are the two Halloween troops. You guys enjoyed it. Let's attack with the giant skeleton. Now, I've got to be honest, I think the giant skeleton, being a bigger troop in itself, is going to struggle a little bit more than the skeleton barrel, just because the skeleton barrel, we had so many of them, we were able to overrule the base. Again, if you enjoy this one, be sure to leave a like, subscribe for all of my videos, and let me know what you think of the giant skeleton down below. So as you can see, what we're going to do here is attack first with no spells. Then we will go on to use the spells because, like I said, the giant skeletons, they are going to struggle. Then we'll go on to use heroes as well if needed to try and 3-star Dragon's Lair. So as you can see, the giant skeletons are getting through here pretty well. It is a limited edition troop. It will be based on your town hall level, and when they die, they blow up with a huge amount of damage, but the singles have taken them out relatively easily. Okay guys, here we go, second attempt for the giant skeletons. The reason we're attacking the defenses here first is purely because there is 2 eagle artilleries in this base, and if we didn't take them out and they were activated, which they will be activated pretty quickly when the giant skeletons are deployed, they are 20 housing space, guys, 4 times the size as the other Halloween limited edition troop, the skeleton barrel, so they will do significant damage. As the rest of the giant skeletons come through here, I am debating using more freeze spells, but let's get more of the skeleton barrels in. I know that's going to activate the eagle, but let's go ahead and freeze that. Now, the single infernos are going to be pretty dangerous for the skeleton barrels as well. The giant skeletons, should I say, the skeleton barrel would be easy for the single infernos, all of them skeletons, but you can see there, as the giant skeleton blows up, that's where its main offensive move is. Actually, when it goes down, it's able to blow up and take out the defenses. They are doing okay here, but I don't think they're going to have enough to get through that Mega Dragon. We've still got to get down these 2 expos before we get over there. Yes, the multis aren't going to do a crazy amount of damage. We have 2 freeze spells left in the bag, but I don't think it's going to be enough to get through the dragon in itself. Remember, the giant skeletons cannot shoot up at the dragon, so ultimately what they have to do is take it down quick enough so that the dragon cannot take them out, if that makes sense. If they destroy all of the buildings, it doesn't matter if there are CC troops alive, we'll still get the 3 stars. Now let's freeze all of these skeletons and the multi at the same time. Oh, let's get another freeze in there, because this is crazy damage, 72%, and I don't think we're going to get much more than this for the giant skeletons. However, with the heroes, I'm pretty confident that we could indeed get this done. Okay guys, let's take it up a notch. Let's use the heroes this time with the giant skeletons. I gotta be honest with you, I'm still not sure if we're going to get this done, because there's just a huge amount of defenses for them to get through, and then that Mega Dragon at the end, since the giant skeletons can't shoot up, it is going to be a task for them. Let's use the Grand Warden with the giant skeletons. That's purely just to boost their health through this area. We might as well use him. He's going to be useful in terms of keeping their health up, like I said, but ultimately he's going to be well protected, so there's no reason not to use him. I know we're going to activate the eagle here, but I quite liked putting all of the giant skeletons in with them. Let's just freeze the eagle. I did miss it a little bit, so they're going to get 1 shot onto the giant skeletons, not the end of the world, but let's continue to freeze the eagle and the single as they move around. Just 1 more freeze should get it. We're going to have to put the king and queen in because the Grand Warden is targeted here. That's going to be a bad thing. Let's use that ability. It's going to protect a lot of troops coming through here, and actually the Grand Warden's going to go down. Is that going to cost us? Giant bombs is going to do massive damage. A lot of skeleton spells coming out here as well, skeleton traps rather. The queen is targeted. We need them barbarians to get out in front and get this done. Out comes the dragon. We cannot tackle that yet. The queen is well protected. Let's freeze the dragon. Skeletons absolutely everywhere. This is crazy. Giant skeletons not doing a massive amount to help us out. Let's continue to freeze. Queen is onto the dragon, so let's pop that ability. We're still in with a chance, guys, but the queen with such little health is going to go down as soon as she is targeted. Giant skeletons start to split a little bit. That's not a bad thing. We might be able to continue protecting through this. The queen is well protected, but unfortunately locks onto the dragon. 91%. I think if we had a poison spell to help take down them skellies, we might have been okay. Okay guys, here we go, final attempt, this time with some poison spells as well. Ultimately the giant skeletons just not quite getting it done for us, are they? Let's continue to use a similar approach because I feel we need to take down the defenses first. We would just lose too much stuff to the Mega Dragon if we decided to try and get that first. Let's do a similar approach, but when we get to the skeletons at the back, we'll ultimately use the poison spells to hopefully take that out. I'm quite happy with reinforcing here. I know it activates the eagle, but let's freeze that. Let's get the king and queen in as well, because remember, the Grand Warden was targeted, and we do not want that to happen. Queen nicely starts stepping up and taking out them Expos, which is going to protect our Grand Warden. Let's get another freeze spell in. Try and help with the eagle here. Oh, I don't know whether to use the final freeze. We could really do with saving it for the dragon itself. I do not want this Eagle Artillery to lock onto the Grand Warden. Fortunately, it misses, but giant bombs going off everywhere. Let's get a poison spell in. I want to try and save the Grand Warden's ability for when the rest of the troops come across here. Let's go ahead and press it. King's ability needs to be pressed in a second to get him out in front, and there's a lot of skeletons at the bottom here, so let's use that poison. Mega Dragon is onto the queen. Let's pop her ability to try and help protect it. Oh, it was the king. I actually got mixed up there, and it was the king that the giant dragon was onto. Might still be in with a chance here, but the queen is gonna be targeted. I think that could be history. It's changed. It's gone for the king. If it continues to attack the giant skeletons, we might be okay if the queen can take it out. The giant skeletons going down quick, not gonna get the CC onto the queen, still cannot get it done. Ultimately, giant skeletons just not good enough to take down Dragon's Lair. Okay guys, I am determined. Let's get this done for the giant skeletons. First off, let's use the heroes to take out the Mega Dragon and see if we can then attack the defenses with the giant skeleton. Remember, when we came in with just the giant skeleton, we did get that area down. So my plan here is to basically continually freeze the dragon. I do want to use the king just to tank, take a bit of damage, but I want to try and save that ability. I want to try and use the king and Grand Warden's ability together as we get to the multi, as we get to the skeleton traps. I feel that's going to be important. Dragon goes down. That is good news. Let's try and save onto that king's ability. He's going to get targeted by the multi, so we're going to have to press it, guys. Once the barbarians spawn, let's use the Grand Warden's ability. Let's get a pre-poison in here, because we know a lot of skelly traps are going to pop and try and get through this area. Now what do? I think let's reinforce with the giant skeletons, and then we'll try and target one of the eagle artilleries as well. So in comes the rest of the giant skeletons. Similar to what we did last time, let's target the eagle at the bottom, then let's put a couple in front of these heroes. If we can protect the queen, that should be a good thing. They are going to merge together quite nicely here. Rage spell in for this high hit point damage area. Giant skeletons doing pretty well, taking a bit of damage from the eagle, trying to save that freeze for the second fire. We've got a lot of them coming through here, guys. I think we might have clocked it. I think we might have got the 3 stars against Dragon's Lair with the brand new giant skeleton troop. If they can get through this eagle to the eagle itself, then they cannot get targeted, even if they are on a slither of health. Come on, get through this multi. There we have it, guys. Giant skeletons onto the eagle. We're gonna get the 3 stars. That's gonna wrap it up for this video. I've been your host, Judo Sloth, and until next time, guys, peace out.